Okay, and welcome everyone to my first video review. Today we'll be looking at LEGO Overwatch Bastion from their new Overwatch line. I'm starting this channel and we're going to be taking a look at all sorts of toys from anime figures to Gundam to Transformers to Legos and even some of my own custom creations. So if those are interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe because there will be a lot more coming. Taking a look at Bastion here, the first thing that strikes me is the color choices that LEGO have decided to use. The tan and the sand green really look great together with the orange highlights. I also think it's great that LEGO is starting to branch out a little bit. Obviously this is a design from Overwatch, but it's just great to see that they're making LEGO mechs that are a little less humanoid in appearance. So let's take Bastion off the stand and take a closer look. So now that we've got Bastion off the stand here, we can take a little better look at his articulation. Firstly, you'll note that he is built very stably, meant to be handled by both children and adults. And you can see that LEGO put a lot of attention to detail. Just taking a look at his first little accessory here, he comes with his bird that is often seen in the game with his emotes. Pretty nice little build here. No articulation and there's not too much to talk about. So in terms of Bastion's articulation, we can start from the top. We have a head which can rotate, look up and down, and oops, we spoiled the feature there for a second. He has a light brick which is hidden underneath all these Lego pieces, and the button is back here, and when you press it, his eye lights up red as he goes into attack mode. Well, if you look at his arms, he's got rotation at the shoulder pauldrons. He's got full ratchet joints up and towards the side. An elbow joint is on a pretty nice smooth Lego ball joint on both sides, which gives you pretty good range of motion. The one critique I have about his articulation here is that there is no there's no equivalent of a bicep swivel, so he can't really move his arms in the outward direction. But with a character like Bastion, that's a little less important. Moving further down, he has double ratcheted hips. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There's two hips which allow ratcheted joints which allow you to splay the legs outward, and there is also a large ratcheted joint here which allows you to move the leg forwards and back, and it also allows for you to transform the figure. Oh, and he also has a waist swivel. Taking a look at the back of the figure, the gun is mounted on another ratchet joint. It allows you to go 360 up and down and backwards and forwards. So there's no way to point the gun forward in robot mode. Something I found that looks pretty great is that, well, the back of these tiles could use a little more work, but down here in his legs you can see that LEGO made pretty great use of the side profile of multiple bracket pieces to make it almost look like there's a design there, so I thought that was a good choice. So Bastion has a couple play features. We already talked about the light up brick in his head. He can also transform into his turret mode, and to do that it's pretty simple. You want to bend his legs down, fold his kneecaps out all the way down, and fold his feet all the way in like that. Then you want to kind of position his arms in a neutral position, turn his waist all the way around, and turn his let's take a better look here. Fold his gun down, turn it upwards, and then you can fold the shoulder pauldrons towards the front to give him some protection. And there you have Bastion in his turret mode. Oh, we're at one final step where you just remove the head. So Bastion looks pretty great in his turret mode as well. He still retains his waist swivel, and I think the transformation feature was done as well as it could be in Lego form, and Lego really did a great job of making it both sturdy and still being able to transform into something different, which I think is a really fun play feature for a set like this. So we can kind of quickly get him back into his robot form here. As you can see, as I'm transforming, I'm not really being too gentle about it, and everything is connected sturdily enough so that it doesn't fall off. Okay, and there we have Bastion back in his awesome robot mode. So just to summarize, I think this is a great set. I picked this one up at Target for $40, which is actually discounted from its MSRP of $50, and the price to part ratio on this Bastion is pretty great too. With 600 pieces for a $50 set, you're getting a little more than your average 10 cents per part value. The play features with the light up gimmick as well as the transformation just all add to the total package, and it's really sturdy and just a fun toy to handle. So again, if this is something you're interested in and you'd like to see more, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We'll be taking a look at a lot more action figures and toys, including some customs that I'd like to show you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.